watching when you saw that? And like you said, I kind of saw the same thing. I thought Linares kind of let him off the hook a little bit in the next round. Or were you kind of thinking like, yeah, if this happens against Mikey, it's going to be a different story?
Look, that's the first thing that comes to our mind right away. And Mikey has a way better right hand than Linares does. I think Mikey has a way better jab too. Mikey also knows how to move his legs too. Even though Mikey's not a side to side flashy guy in the ring, but Mikey has really good footwork also, and it's very solid. That jab, Mikey has is one of the few jabs in boxing. I'm not saying the only one, but one of the few solid jabs, and just that right hand is incredible. It won't be easy either. Lomachenko's a hell of a fighter, man. Lomachenko has great skills, but I think Mikey's too strong for Lomachenko. Honestly, I believe so, and I know it's probably going to be a 60-40, maybe 60% people thinking Lomachenko beats Mikey, maybe 70-30. I don't know, but it would be close. I know there's good boxing people that have already told me, Mikey beats and maybe knocks out Lomachenko because it's just the strength and the power that Mikey has. But I know it won't be easy. Lomachenko's a hell of a fighter, man. And like I said, and until you're in front of the ring again, you're in front of Lomachenko inside of the ring, then you're able to know if how hard he really is. We could say, like I said earlier, we could say about all the smaller guys that he fought, but this time he fought a solid 135, and he did what he had to do. The knockdown is what people could question. Well, what if Mikey lands that right hand? It's gonna be, it's gonna be interesting to see. So it's gonna be that question that people won't know until they fight.
It's funny because I talk to most people. Most people give me kind of like it's 50-50. I don't know. But I have some people just kind of lean one way. Like I've had people tell me like Mikey wipes the floor with them. And then I have people tell me like, Lomachenko's is too. But I was surprised actually. Abel Sanchez told me that he thought Lomachenko would kind of school Mikey, which I thought was surprising because he seems like a very, intelligent boxing head. But did you hear that?
I heard that. I've heard it from a lot of boxing people, and I've heard it from. I did hear it from Abel. Abel's been around boxing for many years. Abel knows his boxing also. I honestly, he's a good friend of ours. Every time I see him, nothing but respect, and I give him nothing but respect also. But I think it's more. Every time, he loves my dad. We go back, man. I was 5 when I knew who Abel Sanchez was. So my dad and Abel go back many years with my older brother Danny, but I think it's more personal maybe because of maybe we've thought we've always said we think Canelo's gonna beat Triple G in the rematch. I don't know, but I can't also say I can't say that he's that he's wrong either because we don't know until they fight. Lomachenko is very skilled, has very good skills. Lomachenko is skills wise my favorite fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. He fights well. He does everything so he makes it seem so easy, but he gets it done. So it might be personal, but he knows his boxing too. So we gotta respect that too. We just gotta wait and see.
What do you think about Munguia?
Munguia, badass, bro. I know he went in there as just an opponent, and like he said, thanks to the Nevada commission that didn't allow him to fight, now he's a world champion. But he was just too big, man. He's a monster. I think he's 21. He's too young to even be thinking about facing a Triple G or a Canelo or the Charlo brothers. Nah, I think he's still too young. I would like to see him develop a little bit more, get a couple years, of. I'm not saying easy fights because when you can fight for the title, there's no easy fight. But get him a couple of fights so he could develop a little more and get a little more experience, fight solid guys, but guys that he could beat. And then 2-3 years from now, yes, go after the big Canelo fights, the big Triple G fights, Charlo brothers, any of those fights. But as of right now, I'd say Sanfers, Fernando Beltran should be a little bit smart and not push him too fast, but when a fighter gets offered, $2-3 million purses against a Canelo, or maybe even more. I don't even know. Maybe even more against a Triple G or a Canelo. Then it's also hard to resist, because what if you never make it to those fights? What if you lose to a guy for $300,000 and not make it to those $4 or $5 million paydays? So I'm sure if one of those offers is there for him in his next fight, he's gonna definitely do it. I don't blame him.